So we are going to do a first look at Endzone, A World Apart. It has been released. It was released on the 18th of March this year. It's developed by Gentlemad Studios and published by Assemble Entertainment, who very kindly gave me a key for the game, so thank you to them. It's on sale, 25% off until the 8th. It's a post-apocalyptic survival city builder. Build a new home, ensure their survival in a shattered world. So let us load it up and see what it's like. Hopefully it loads up quick. I haven't played any city builders for a while. I think my son got this when it was in the early access as well. He's been playing it. Taking its time. We'll just play this for an hour again. See the basics of it. I was going to try and do some Dwarf Fortress this morning after all these, but I don't think I'm going to have time today. That's a bit slow at loading. It'll just be my computer as usual. Yeah, it's still loading up stuff. I shall seriously have to think about getting a new PC. Need a loading screen. Oh. Oh.
Humanity survived. Our ancestors have destroyed the world, and we had to pay the price. With over 100 years without sunlight, but we have prepared ourselves for our chance to make things right. They stole from us a life of happiness. Still, we will make the best of it.
Looks a bit like a shanty town.
Even though Mother Earth is grim and tainted, we have managed to survive. And we will keep surviving.
So we're going up to the surface. Endzone. More loading up. I should hopefully get back to playing more Near Replicant this week, and back to Siberia on Saturday. Just been very busy doing DIY this week on the outside of the house, which is why I haven't been on streaming. Right, we are in. Sorry. Try to get my windows a bit better. There we go. Right. Let's leave all that as it is. Let's lower the music. Building tooltips in Game World. We'll just leave that off just now. Okay, you can reset all your keys, that's good. Let's just try a new game. We shall just do the tutorial, I think, and then so you've got survival mode after that and scenarios. That's good. I haven't played it at all, so I have no idea how to play it. Let's just do the main tutorial.
We finally left the Endzone. Just look at this beautiful scenery. It's marvelous, even though it's a bit different from what we had pictured. We were able to secure a few basic resources and are storing them in our bus. I'm glad we prepared ourselves well for this kind of scenario, especially since our inventories in the Endzone ran low. Don't forget that if you need additional information, you can look at our survival guide at any time.
Okay. Survival guide. Okay. Nice little guide there.
Well done. Everything you need to know should be right here. I think the time has come for us to at last build ourselves a new home here. Before we can construct buildings at all, we have to assign the profession builder to several settlers so that they can take care of construction contracts. In general, it's your responsibility to decide which tasks are important and how our settlers are supposed to be distributed to attend to them.
Quite a big map. I don't know if that's the whole of the map. Nice graphics though. So how do we do this? Open the professions menu. Oh, down here. Assign settlers to builder. We've got 10 settlers. Oh, builders, okay. I didn't see that at the top. Right. Let's get 3 builders on the go.
Your builders will be ready as soon as construction contracts have been issued. It's time to start focusing on our key and most basic need, water.
A lot of rubble up there. Right, let's get water going.
The first thing we ought to do is to establish a working water supply. So we'll move on to our first construction contract. Place and build a jetty by a lake in the vicinity of your town center.
Right, there's the water. Jetty build. Jetty. Which ends which? Try that again. Looks like it should be rotated round, shouldn't it? How do you rotate? Oh, rotate building, middle mouse wheel. No. Well, that's what it says, isn't it? Or can we do R? Ah. It's the middle mouse wheel, doesn't it? Right, we'll put the jetty there. So is somebody going to come along here? Are they going away to get stuff? Are they? Can I click on you? Oh, look, I can see what you're doing. So you're carrying stuff, are you? That's as far in as I can zoom, okay. Got heaps of, it's quite a nice interface, isn't it? We've got a forecast, so the weather must have some bearing on gameplay. Very nice looking game. I can rotate that way.
Very good. The jetty was completed as planned. Now we have a place where we can collect water. There are other possibilities to gather water too, but the jetty is the simplest and most cost-effective method. We can obtain and store water from different sources, like a jetty, rain collector, or well in the cistern. The cistern should always be in close proximity to a water source, so that our water carriers don't have to walk too far.
Okay, so we need a cistern. We could just build that there then, couldn't we? Assign settlers to we need 3 water carriers, so that's down here. It's nice, I like this thing. Professionals. Resources, so we can see everything we've got. In-stock inventory, 36% full. Oh, stats. I like stats. God. Lots of info. Very nicely presented game, just in general. I guess that's night time, is it? So that we can make that bigger. Map markers. Where all the yellow dots are. Ooh, buildings, okay. We only need 1 builder now, do we? Well, we'll wait until that's finished. What happens if I click on there? Ooh, that's handy. Okay, so stuff's gonna wear out The clothing's going to be wearing out. You can probably speed the game up. You usually can on these, can't you? Tasks, game log. We've got 11 adults, 4 children. Declining population. Looks like a big hot tub. So I can click on that. It shows you how full the tank is, how much workforce there is, how much it's producing. Which workers are there. So he's bringing his big bucket over. We're going to get 200 water as a reward. Let's see him put the water in. Where'd he go? Oh, there he goes. It's going to take all 4 of them to get that full up. Metal, cloth. Under here there's a heap of, it tells you all your stock levels for your majority of your things. Got like coal, electronics, plastic, metal, cloth, medication, radiation protection, tools, scrap, wood, food and water.
Great. We have now installed a working water supply, and water is now transported from the jetty to our cistern. Consider hiring more water carriers if you don't have enough settlers available. You can never have enough water in storage. Now we should focus on food production. It's important to ensure the supply right from the start. The gatherer's cabin, a hunting lodge, or a fishing hut can directly remedy the situation. I suggest starting with a fishing hut, since we're already located near a lake.
Okay, we need to build a fishing hut. I like how you can just click on the links in the tutorial. It takes you straight to the screen. Right, we are going to put that there. Oh no, I can't build that there. See if I rotate that. Is that going to work? We're going to get 300 fish. We've only got the one. Where are you going? Are you doing water? We could assign another builder, couldn't we? To get that building off the ground. dough with 120 bits of meat on it. I don't know if there's any, if it's just city management or whether you've got, oh, can't go into there, whether you've got any, like invaders or anything. Let me have a look, see if I can find anything while that's getting built. It is a survival game. Features, here we go. Build a settlement, gather and refine many different resources. Experience dynamically simulated, believable environments. Survive in a world of constant threats including radioactivity, contaminated ground, droughts, toxic rain, sandstorms and invaders, so you do get raided. What's our builder doing, just standing there? I can rotate with those keys, okay. He's just standing there doing nothing. What are you waiting for? You can see how happy he is. He's got no resources on him. You can see his family and everything. He's a kid then, is he? He's a young adult. Okay, he's building. Right, that's that ready. Let's assign some people. Can we do that from here? There. 2 fishers. Oh, they're going away to do that, okay. Auto-saving. Are they going to take their fishing boat out? Oh no, they're just using their fishing rods, okay. Wait, 50 food produced.
Good work. We've now taken care of our basic supply via food and water. Make sure that you have enough food and water on hand at all times, especially if you want to upgrade your settlement. A population that grows too fast can quickly unbalance your food and water supply, bringing major difficulties for you if you don't watch out. Crops are another excellent way of getting food, because they constantly grow as long as the soil is moist enough. Each seed has different yields and growing times. This means that it could take some time until your field is ready to be harvested, in contrast to your fishing hut, where production can be right away.
Okay, we need to cultivate. I like how everybody's different looking. All the settlers. They're carrying all the fish back. Okay. We need to cultivate a field. Kind of orchards, gatherers, huts, hunting lodges. It's very like Settlers, isn't it? I always like the Settlers games. Right, so where are we doing this anywhere? Let's do that somewhere How about over here? Why is that red? Ah, 6x6. Right, we need a farmer. Seeds from fields chosen. Let's get to night time again. So who's our farmer? Annabelle. Why is she just hanging about there? Oh, maybe the field. I would have thought the farmer would have went to build the field. No seeds chosen. Choose seed. Ah. Right, we'll just do cabbage, I guess. No. Choose seed. Cabbage. There we go. So you can harvest early, maybe. It's like, I like how it shows you all the links where everybody's going and. Here's Annabelle. She's tilling the field. Why are we getting this soil moisture?
Looks good. Remember that we need the widest variety of food sources to stay healthy. You should also plan ahead for drought periods that might come when it's not going to rain. Stock up on food and adapt your production to avoid bottlenecks. I'll show you a few more strategies later on.
Click to display soil moisture. So it's just not very moist.
At the beginning, we don't have much scrap wood or other resources. We could build a production building, but to obtain resources as fast as possible, it's best that we start gathering right away. Assign a Gather All Resources task. All the settlers who haven't been assigned any profession by you are going to accept these kinds of tasks. In addition, settlers distribute resources within your settlement.
Okay. So we need a gather wood task. Okay. We may as well do that area. And a gather scrap task. We can clear that area as well, maybe at the same time. Yeah, so we've got enough settlers free. Don't need that many builders. Okay, so there are we over there, look. Let's see how they handle the chopping of the trees down, the animations. They're carrying the wood away before the tree falls down. That's an old arcade machine, look. There's like a dead end sign. How's the farm doing? Crop yield. Soil moisture is dry. See, sorry, I should have planted it elsewhere, shouldn't I have?
Since we now own plenty of resources, we can start to build a real production building. Then you don't have to always make efforts by hand that collecting is taking place. Production buildings are not only easier to manage, they are also distinctly more effective than simple tasks. Don't place production buildings too far away from your settlement. You'll be able to change their working area at any time later on. Right on. The best thing for us to do now is to build a forester's lodge to automate our supply of wood and make it more effective at the same time. Foresters are not only able to chop down trees, they reforest areas with trees as well.
Okay. So we need a forester's lodge. Can't put it in there. You can put it there. We'll assign a forester over. So that farm's definitely not going to do as good, is it? So where was this moisture thing? Yeah. It's very dry. It'd be better over there, wouldn't it? What's this? Interesting location. It's an old petrol station. Help! A house ruin. I normally don't speed up games anyway when I'm playing them. Oh, but there is a speedy up one. Look, maybe do that for this stream. I'm playing by myself. I usually don't bother. Oh, there's boar there. Look, strange looking boar. Is this the builder coming? Looks like it. Taking their time building the forester's hut. Oh, we're getting some plants growing. Oops. How's this doing? We need more scrap. We only need 5 more bits of scrap. Are they all away to their beds or something? There, right, that's it getting built. And we've assigned a forester.
Good job. You might want to change this building's working area later on to tell your workers where they should get their wood from. Ah, and for your information, if you want, you can also tell your Forester's Lodge that they only ought to attend to reforesting an area in order to create a lush, green forest which generations to come can use. Very good. Now we ought to take care of collecting scrap. Scrap is one of the most valuable resources because the quantities present are limited, and we can recover other resources from scrap. Unlike the task we just had, the scrap yard allows larger quantities of existing scrap to be dismantled than with ruins or wrecks.
So you can tell it to cut down and reforest, or just cut down, or just reforest. That's very handy, that. I like that. Right, we're going to build a scrapyard. Okay, it's going to do this whole area, is it? Right, let's... Where's there a lot of scrap? There's quite a lot of scrap over here. I think I'll put it down in there. Which we can tell which area later, can't we? So I'm going to put it there just now. I'll put a scrap collector in. Why has that got a... Needs ruins, okay. So we could get rid of that, could we? Or... change, right. Move that down to there. So maybe we don't need that anymore. And once the scrap is built, we won't need that one either. Autosave. I want to see him planting the new trees. That's maybe the new ones. There's a new Settlers game coming out supposedly, but I don't know when. I have played all the others in the past. The very first one is still my favourite. Surf City. Alright, so you can change the options there quickly, that's good. Nice little touches on the interface. can probably get rid of that then, since we've finished that scrap produced. Taking his time with this indeed. But we're still waiting for wood. We have got plenty of wood. Maybe we need to up the number of builders we've got just now. Nice tutorial though, and I like their interface here. Zoom out. Yeah, let's hear it again. Still needing 6 more wood. Okay, you can boost the priority of it getting built. There we go.
Great. You can change the working area for the scrapyard too.
Yeah, I was wondering.
We can recycle scrap into 4 additional resources: cloth, metal, plastic, and electronics. We'll do that shortly, but for now we ought to take care of your settlers' needs first. Our people want a place to sleep.
Do they?
Cabins fulfill their need for safety and privacy, and increase the confidence of their inhabitants. In other words, building cabins increases their willingness to start families and reproduce, if you know what I mean.
Okay, let's build 8 cabins. Okay. We'll build them round about here. That's the entrance of it. Can I put it on there, can I? I'm just going to be a bit boring and plonk them down like that. Right, now we've only got 2 builders. I should maybe up how many builders we've got. Try and get this going a bit quicker. Okay, somebody's moved into there. Oh, they're all different as well. That's nice. At least they're not all like uniform, all looking the same. Gives your settlement a bit more character, doesn't it? Just going to move my camera over there just now because there's actually more over on this side that you can see. So you can see who's moved into each house. Yeah, I think you can click on each person, yep. See what they're doing. Oncoming drought. Well, we do have plenty of water. Is that at capacity? Yeah. So we could probably lower that down to one person. Since it's full up. How's our scrap place doing? Does it need electricity? Not hooked up to the power grid. Cabbages are coming along. Oh, he's harvesting them. She is, sorry.
Besides cabins, you can also provide sturdy houses and shelters as housing. Sturdy houses withstand sandstorms better and have an increased storage capacity to boot. Children living in houses gradually fill up the house's stockpiles. Settlers do not reproduce in a shelter because they lack privacy.
Okay.
Let's return from our excursion into housing and refocus on scrap. With the help of a recycler or refinery, scrap can be sorted into 4 different resources. A recycler always takes scrap apart, one resource at a time, while a refinery automatically produces all 4 resources. To start off, you should build a recycler and produce cloth.
Okay, let's build a recycler. And we'll build it over here. I presume the green is the entrance. How's the water doing? It's still full. We'll need to assign a refiner. We'll drop the builders back down to 2. So what's this one for? Location attractiveness. -4. Okay. What's it doing? Building condition, okay. Are you still planting trees? Hopefully. Let's just speed this up a bit. There we go. Now we just need to get the cloth produced. Oh, did we tell it what to produce? Probably didn't. Oh, okay, it's on cloth. And again, you can use these arrows at the side to change. Okay, so he's just away over there to collect some scrap. There's deer running through the town.
You can instruct your recycler to produce a different resource at a time. It's important that you focus on the resources you really need, at least in the beginning. Cloth and metal look like good options if you want to equip us with protective clothing and tools. Happy settlers are industrious settlers. That's why we ought to look after our people and protect them against the surroundings and dangers, like radiation. So let's start by transforming our newly recovered cloth into protective clothing.
Right, let's build a tailor shop. We're gonna have a tailor shop. Alright, we'll just put it along the back here. And we need a tailor. Let's just bump up the speed so we get that built. It's quite a big building, isn't it? And we're making neck scarves. Open the view for environmental radioactive contamination, this one. So there's a bit of low radiation over there. Not too bad though. Where's our tailor? He's coming this way, is he? There he goes, with his cloth.
We categorize environmental radiation into 4 levels: no radiation, low level, medium level, and high level radiation. The radiation changes constantly and is influenced by weather and contaminated rain. Protective clothing helps to protect us against this kind of radiation, but it takes a while before it's produced. And production relies on a steady flow of incoming resources. Try to establish production chains at an early stage and start to stockpile goods so that some are always on hand.
Okey-dokey.
The tools we brought along from the Endzone are slowly but surely running out. So now, let's focus on manufacturing new tools. The tools will help us to work effectively. We'll need metal for that, so we'll prepare for production by building another recycler, which we'll commission to recover metal from scrap. After that, we'll need a workshop to enable the manufacturing of brand new tools.
Okay, so let's get another recycler built. Put that over here. And then we want a workshop. I'm just building them here because I'll probably put houses in front here. Right, how many builders did we have? 2, so that should be okay. We'll need a technician. We'll need another refiner. Maybe I have to do that at the time. Yeah, no, we will need 2, so I was right enough. Okay, oops. Let's speed that up. Right, so he is doing metal this time. And you are going to be doing metal scrap tool or metal tool? Metal tool. I like the forge. Oh, why have we got a question mark? Needs metal. Yeah, you're getting metal from here. Hopefully. Yeah, there it goes. You can see I'm using this anvil. Okay, it's almost made it. It's one.
With our lovely new tools, we're now prepared to work effectively. Should you ever run out of metal, keep in mind that you can also instruct your workshop to manufacture tools from scrap instead of metal. Though they won't be quite as effective, It's still better than being forced to work with bare hands. Down in the Endzone, we had sufficient time and resources to educate ourselves properly, but our children don't have this luxury. We ought to build a school and pass on what we've learned. As a result, they will be able to survive and work better and more effectively.
Okay, so we need to build a school. I think we'll build that here. We'll need a teacher. Only got one spare person left. We're going to get 5 settlers as a reward. More cabbages getting planted.
Perfect. Besides the fact that educated children work more effectively, we'll also teach them to be more careful with their protective clothing and tools. This, in turn, leads to them staying intact longer.
So their arms don't fall off.
Valuable resources.
Staying intact longer.
Now that our population is starting to grow, we ought to again turn our attention to the topic of food production. We are already accumulating fish and tilling our fields. A gatherer's cabin will now enable us to gather mushrooms and berries from the forest nearby.
Right, so gatherer's cabin. There's mushrooms over here, so that's probably quite a good area. But I'll maybe put it here and then tell it that's the work area. We need 2 gatherers, okay. Oh, what's that in there? Is that from chopping up the mushrooms or something? Or? Yeah, he's away out with his basket to collect mushrooms.
Very good. As you can see, the gatherer's cabin is an effective possibility to get food quickly. But watch out. After a drought, it's going to take some time before the plants have regrown. As is the case with most buildings, here too, you can relocate the working area.
Yeah, it's nice that you can move the area.
Although we are sufficiently supplied at the moment, our survival depends on diligent planning. If we can lay out a plan for an orchard, then we can start to plant fruit or nut trees that we can harvest after a few seasons.
Okay, let's build an orchard. I wonder if we put it on... the whole place is not very... We're going to put it here somewhere. Plum. We'll need another farmer.
The orchard has been laid out, and the trees are already beginning to grow.
Are they?
Similar to crops for farming, trees need some time until they are fully grown.
Okay.
But once they have grown, they can be harvested again and again until they have to be newly planted.
I was noticing our water's going down rather than up. Let's put another person onto there.
Our gatherer's cabin gathers food from the surrounding forests. However, there are any number of other plants there which we can use as well. These plants can be gathered by an herbal hut
herb
The
hut.
herbs gathered there can be consumed by settlers
A herbal
to
hut.
replenish their health.
Right, let's build a herbal hut. And we're gonna plonk it down next to this one. Why's that got a question mark on it? What's the matter with this one? Needs berries and mushrooms. You not got any? Alright, okay, there's none left. Try and zoom out. I guess we have to do that area maybe. Let's speed up. Population is on the rise. Lots of kids coming out. 11. 12. Again, no herbs. No herbs in sight. How are we going to do that? Maybe we should forest the area more. How much wood have we got? 298. Let's just do reforest for a little while. Maybe we get another worker there. Plant the trees quicker. Water is still going down at an alarming rate. It's going up there. Still haven't got any herbs. I didn't see any. Oh, see, look, he's got plenty to do there. What about you? Yeah, you should be able to get now. That's a herb, isn't it? Yeah, right. We've got the question marks our way. My trees are growing.
We can equally utilize the gathered herbs to convert them into medicine later on. It might happen that an illness breaks out in our settlement from time to time and spreads among our settlers. That's why we always ought to have enough herbs on hand. Radiation is the main reason why the health status of our settlement can decrease. Although our settlers already use protective clothing to shield themselves against environmental radiation, it might occur that our sources of water become contaminated. We should start to filter our water to prevent this from happening.
Okay,
We will
charcoal
need a great deal of
kiln.
charcoal to accomplish this. The charcoal kiln will burn wood to produce charcoal.
Okay, charcoal kiln. We should maybe have that down this way somewhere. We shall need a charcoal burner. Oh, saving. Right, let's just speed up and get that built. Water's on the increase, we're up at 1783 now. Okay, how's that built? There's the worker. Should be making some coal.
Great.
There we go.
We can use the charcoal in conjunction with a filtration system to purify our water. Unfortunately, our cistern is not able to do this. Only the water tower has the necessary equipment for this capability.
Okay, so we need to build a water
It
tower.
would be a disgrace if we had to demolish our trusted cistern just to erect a water tower in its place. What we ought to do instead is upgrade the cistern itself. A water tower can store much more water and provides workplaces for a lot more water carriers than our old cistern.
Okay, so we need to build another recycler. Why? Why do we need to build? Upgrade to water tower, so that's what that's getting done. But we're going to need another recycler to make plastic or something. We'll need another refiner guy. Right. And that needs to produce plastic. There. Because we need plastic for this upgrade. Where's the upgrade screen? Why did we upgrade that? Well, there it goes. Upgrade in progress. 33%. Okay, we just need we need scrap. Hopefully we've got spare scrap. Yep, there we go. One last load. That's it. Should be getting upgraded. Yep. Right, we need 3 more water carriers.
Our new water tower is up and ready for action. Good work. Filtering the water is an important next step because clean drinking water is a key mainstay of any stable society. Let's begin with filtering our water. To save on charcoal, we ought to ensure
There's a lot of
water
production chains, isn't there?
by radiation
A lot to think
is
about.
being stored in our water tower. Water gained from a well is never contaminated by radiation, so it suggests itself for that purpose. Then we can use the remaining charcoal to produce better protective clothing.
Okay, so we need to build a well. Can that just go anywhere? Yeah. We need a well keeper. Right, the filtration is currently inactive. We're going to activate it. Instruct the tailor shop to produce activated carbon. Where was the tailor shop? This one. There we go. Carbon masks. There we go. So what does it need to make them? Does it say? Not quite sure with that. Inventory. There we go. We've got cloth. Cool, okay. So that should be them getting made.
Good work. We are continuously taking steps towards being better and better equipped to be able to survive in this hostile environment. Filtered water is a precious asset, and later on we can even use it to irrigate our fields. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Not only our water can become a hazard for our settlers due to radiation, our food can too. We ought to erect a decontamination post to prevent settlers from eating meals that are contaminated with radiation.
Okay, even more things. So let's have a quick look in the building. So we've still got irrigation plants, rainwater collectors, kitchens, hunting lodges, pastures, mines, cemeteries, medical facilities, there's pubs, food stations, warehouses, trading posts. We've got research stations and weather stations, wind turbines, a few decoration-y things, defences, watchtowers, barricades, siren tower. So still quite a lot of different production chains that we haven't set up yet. I shall have to stop there. This was just a first look today. It's a good game, that. I like that though. It's very settlerish. Which I like. Lots of detail, and I like all the graphing and the stats you can go into and look at. Let me just come out of there just now. So that was Endzone, A World Apart, developed by Gently Mad Studios and released by Assemble Entertainment. And thank you once again to Assemble for the game key, much appreciated.